Yo, we live. You're now listening to volume 90 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Lante, aka your mom called me over for them fireworks. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB was good.
Yo. Happy to be here. It's the kid. It's me, the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but shit. I tend to be. And when I am, I'm like, yo, hey, I'm over here. I told you so. Mr. Work from Home on Friday, which
Hey,
I'm definitely not a fan of, which most of America or the country or other countries are fans of it. And they promote it on social media and shit like that. I'm
I think
personally not a fan.
I'm with you. Not to dive into your intro, but I think if anybody's been on Twitter or they on the internet, like there's like a super running theme of like, oh, I hate being around people all the time. I wish I could just never be around people. You know what I'm saying? Which is like you hear that all the time. So I
Yeah.
think that's why people think that they rather work from home, mainly because they don't have to go anywhere. But like we don't realize how much you kind of need to be around people sometimes.
Yeah, I'm type dude to work from home and still be late. So it's not even about tardiness or shit like that. But
It's just hard for me to focus, bro. Like I can do it. I could probably work from home like 2 days out of the week or one day out of the week. But like if I was there all the time, like it'd be like nothing stopping me from like falling asleep one day, like just napping and then working till like fucking 9 o'clock at night to get shit done.
a couple of things about it is the anxiety. Shouts to the sponsor, Sunday Scares. The anxiety behind it in itself of like you feel like you have to get twice as much done because your leash is twice as long.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And you're just like, all right, man, they trusted me to work from the same place I sleep. Like, I'm gonna have to crunch these numbers twice as fast, and
Right? Like they don't know. I could have been watching Netflix this whole time, so let me prove them right by knocking out this shit. But it's like,
exactly. And then another thing is I have OCD in itself. I can't do other activities if I know other tasks need to get done around me. So, for example, I can't start working until the dishes are done, even though the dishes
oh,
have nothing to do with work. So
oh
I'm
man.
doing dishes and shit like that. But on top of all that petty of shit that can be avoided, I just gotta, mentally tame myself. I don't have a computer chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
That's the
do.
big ender. What are you sitting in right now?
Okay, this is a computer chair, but this office space that I have right here for the pod, the most chemistry organic podcast that is, volume 90.
Mm-hmm.
It is just enough space for one little monitor, and the line of work I do, I need
Need a couple.
a
Yeah.
couple monitors. So I have to set up. First of all, I take a monitor from the office, which looks wild because it looks like I'm stealing from the place.
Yeah.
On the way out on like Thursday night, and I leave last from everybody in my company anyway, so it definitely looks like I'm stealing from the place.
Gotta come through like, hey, what you doing?
That's the spaghetti guy. Like anyway, so then so then there's that. So I have to set up on my kitchen table, and I just use a kitchen chair, and I put cushions from the couch on the chair to like ghetto rig it.
And you got a communal household, so like motherfuckers walking through.
Bro,
You
I've
might
never
invite people over.
and I've never counted how many times my roommates go to the bathroom until I work from home and I see them walk past me a certain amount of times, and I'm like, damn, bro, you pooped 9 times today?
Damn.
It's probably like 8 times. Anyway, but yeah, so worked from home Friday, which was funny because shouts to my niece Emmy Jade. I got to FaceTime her, which is cool because of course New York is 3 hours away. So every time I get off work, by the time I get off work, she's sleeping and dreaming about meeting her Uncle Jesse.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's what's
And
happening.
you know what I'm saying? And her first time she's gonna try pizza once she gets teeth.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Shouts to the Mecca.
how old
But
is she now?
a month.
Okay, yeah, this is early as hell.
Yeah. So she's a month, and I FaceTimed her or whatever. And what's funny is like I felt like I was in jail having to meet her through FaceTime. And like I was like, damn, I'm doing like 30 joints, yo.
It's like that's your Uncle Jesse. Maybe he'll come on in 5, maybe it'll be 7, depends.
You didn't know better. We're gonna make sure you don't end up like your Uncle Jesse.
He's like, I want you to stay in school. The kid's a month old.
Every time like the kid doesn't. Every time she don't do homework, they just FaceTime me like, "Do you hate this or what?"
Like, you end up like me. Do your homework.
You just want to end up a square in the bottom of a iPad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what kids are gonna think too. Like jail is like the FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but no. So that was I guess the one pro versus con about working from home is like you can handle some personal shit that you normally wouldn't be able to do because you're stuck at an office. But whatever. That was kind of it. I went through the same struggles of figuring out what I wanted to eat at home because I never have groceries. So yeah. So I don't know. It was cool, but mainly, like you said, the biggest take back and drawback from it all is, we're the funny guys from the office, and it's kind of hard to be the funny guy when you're the only person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I like the social dynamic of work because otherwise, if I was gonna work by myself, I'd just be a freelancer, right?
Right, for sure.
So
I also think everything has diminishing returns. You know what I mean? If I know
so yeah, like the longer you work from home, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I think everything. Like, obviously, we probably work too much as a society right now.
Yeah, you get burnt
I
out.
should work more like 3 or 4 days, where people wouldn't hate working as much. But yeah, like, because there's times where if I've been home for like too long, it feels like yeah, I'm like chilling, but then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching TV, I'm cycling through all my apps. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have nothing to do. Then I'm kind of I get like this feeling of like, I'm just wasting. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like, I remember when I was out of a job and like all I was doing was looking for a job, and like the days were just going by so fast, and it just felt like I was doing nothing with my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? So it's like being at home all the time sounds fun, but that's why your grandparents bored as shit, bro.
Well, I mean, shit, when I was out of work because I got in the car accident and shit, like I was just looking for jobs and recovering. I just remember just being like, man, this sucks. Like I want to be in an office again. And then when you're at the office, so then they just randomly like, oh, hey, by the way, we're not gonna be here tomorrow, so just work from home. I'm kind of like, how about like I just stay home, no work shit. You know what I'm saying? Like type deal. Like that's like telling a football player, like, all right, yo, go play in your backyard.
Right, just run the plays.
Game's canceled. You're like, no, it sounds like we chilling, fam.
And one homie, he like that too. It was just like, because we were like, why? Because we had the one time where our internet just wasn't working in the office, and so they just sent us home. And he was like, man, he was like, man, when I'm home, I don't want to even think about work. So like, of course, I don't like working from home. I'm like, I ain't even think about it like that. Like, you don't want to intermix the two at all.
That, and it's kind of like I would have been like, yo, who says I got internet? Like, if the provisions I work ain't there, then I'm not working. Like, I don't know. Like,
right? Because you're not paying my internet bill, fam.
Right. Like, you know how many sites we got to crawl and shit? Like, nah. You paying my bill for the month then or something?
Like, my internet not for real. My internet not fast enough. We keeping it funky.
Yeah. Or like,
I need to put in PTO or some shit.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, I don't know. Work from home buckets. What do you guys think? I know plenty of homies that love it because they're not the most social dudes anyway, so they like to just clock in, clock out type shit and dip. I tried to convince them that like I do that too, but you just you could still talk. Like that's the beauty of working for a company is like you're an employee, and you're not a fucking slave or nothing. So you have a chance to fucking talk and mingle and interact and. If it's a productive company.
Yeah, I definitely do think you just need human interaction on the daily. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and I'm one of those people who roll with the flow. Like I can be alone for a decent amount of time and be fine. It's just like there's definitely times where you just prefer to be out, be around people or to leave your house and go do something. You know what I'm saying? But
and also like you were saying, like things are just not only diminishing returns, we're creatures of habit. So the things we do often are things that we do better at. And like communication or interacting, the better, like the more you do it, the better and other like more ways to like maneuver conversations and adapt and shit and all that stuff. Whereas on Friday, man, I was just chilling and the doorbell rang and I was like, oh shit, like, what do I do? And then it was the neighbors, right? And they were like, yo, we're the neighbors. We never met, but we need we're working next door. Do we need or what did he say? He's like, do you guys have an extension cord?
What?
And I was like, so there was so much like at first I had to say like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm the neighbor too, you know? And then
Right.
like, oh word, yeah. And then I had to think what the fucking extension cord was. I was like,
Need like a big orange one, like, or they just need like a little one.
that's what I said. I was trying to think. I was like, is that the shit with the like 9 sockets? I was like, nah, that's a surge protector. Uh, I was like, oh, extension cord. All right, I was like, yeah, come in. And then like in my head, I'm like, why was that such a hard task? You know, it was just like doorbell, introduction,
I know.
item.
I'm more like I never heard somebody borrow a goddamn extension cord. Like,
Yeah,
what is the limit? Are you bringing that back?
they haven't yet, and it's
I
not
don't.
mine. I don't care.
That don't
Yeah,
seem like something you just like borrow because it's like usually that's for something you're using for a long time. Like if they came over like, hey, we need an extension cord, I'd have been like, you know, they got stores for that, right? Like,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
hey, we from next door. We ain't got no lamps in the house. Can we borrow? Like, if you gonna take your ass to the store,
yo, we from next door. We from next door, and we don't got that. We heard the new PlayStation is out, and we don't got that.
hey, like, hey, I heard y'all playing the new Mortal Kombat. Like, can we borrow that? Like, no, what?
But yeah, you're right. I kind of didn't think about it. I was like, you know what? They're the neighbors, and they pointed next door. I was like, that's good enough for me.
Somebody just really just jacked you for an extension cord. Somebody can be like, hey, where the hell's my extension cord? I need that.
I'm gonna look dumb as shit going to the neighbors, being like, yo, I need my extension cord back, and they're gonna be like, what, fam? Like, this is yeah. But anyway, so that was Friday. What was your weekend like, man?
Yeah, your boy got married. I guess we didn't really say shit about it on the pod.
Yeah, I was trying to lay it up like a softball to you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, son. I'm sure most people, because you know, most people probably saw on the Facebook. All the loyal listeners are usually people we know, homies. People already follow us on the pages. If anybody new, obviously, shout out, welcome. But yeah, the boy got married on Thursday.
We
Yeah,
gotta do like
wedding bells or some shit in the back.
or like the
Um,
ow Kelly Bundy shit.
oh yeah, when in Family Matters when the mom was got all the ow. And,
Yeah,
you ever see that tweet?
what was it? Not no, that's Fresh Prince.
Yeah, what's her name? Was it Harriet or something like that?
Oh yeah, it was Harriet. Good job.
It's like, yeah, like the crowd's all like, ooh, and then Harriet come down the stairs, outfit trash. Oh man, her outfits were terrible.
Carl, don't you know? She always used to talk like that.
Yeah, bro, she really did. Her outfits were garbage. But yeah, no. Your boy got married. He had a nice we did a little photo shoot. Shouts to the homie Trav, Big Trav from the Av, executive producer Trav.
AKA been at the movies.
Hey, yeah, he did the photography work for us in the heat. Shouts to that. We definitely appreciated it.
He uses iPhone?
No, we had a camera. Katie's dad bought it like a couple years ago, bought us like this super nice, like $500-$600 camera. So he was like, hey, you guys just moved out, you're starting a life. Like, I want you guys to take pictures. And like we only broke it out like 3 times.
Damn.
For like we brought it to Mexico one year. And I think that year we just happened to have it, and Aubrey and Trav got engaged. So it ended up being handy. And then I think we forgot it like the last 2 years, but I think we used it some other time that we went somewhere. And then yeah, so we had this camera and we're like, it's a nice camera, it got a bunch of different scopes on it. We can just have, Trav do it, and like we'll figure it out. And like obviously, like, none of us are professionals, but I feel like, I mean, everybody else been does. I've gotten a lot of compliments on Facebook
Oh no, they look great as shit.
Yeah, I heard people saying that they enjoyed the photos. I thought Trav did a very good job.
Yeah, but you and Katie are great looking people and so cute as it is. So like, it's kind of cheating because if y'all was some medium looking people, I'd be like, I don't know.
I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. It's not, not to get behind the curtain, but it was like we were trying to figure out places to go, that had like nice places. Obviously, a lot of people enjoy like cactuses here and the mountain landscape, but we were like, trying to get somewhere that at least had some nice, places where you can do a little photo shoot. So we just did that, and we went to the courthouse. There was, only like 3 weddings ahead of us. Somebody came with a whole crew, had like 30 people deep at the courthouse. I didn't even know. I thought you could only bring like 2 or 3 people, like with your party. I had no clue that you can just roll through with like a whole fucking bus.
Oh yeah, man. When my roommate got married to that girl from Germany, they like had a big thing. But yeah, I think there's a certain amount of people that you can go with, but there's a limit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was cool. Our judge was
Judy.
I forgot. He didn't even tell us his name actually.
Damn.
Maybe he did. I don't remember, but he was cool. He was like surfer looking bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he had on sandals underneath his robe. And he was real chill.
Not much surfing out here, bro. So
I don't know. He just like a surfer guy. I don't, that's
he's probably retired.
I don't know if he actually surfed. He was a young judge. He was probably like 34, 35 looking.
He's like, so would you guys like totally get married or
Like, he was like, yo, I love you guys' outfits, man. I think it's really cool, really rad.
Like, I fuck with you, my dog.
Like, hey, that's what's up. And he gave us a little nice sermon. Not sermon. He did a little spiel, and then boom, shakalaka, all the good shit.
Love is like a wave, right? And it's like you want to ride it. You know what I'm saying? Bro. And like sometimes it's like there's high tides and low tides, and
sometimes it gets really gnarly.
Every day at the end of the day, it's just you and your board, and
you just gotta ride it out.
You know what I'm saying?
He hit us with one of those shaka bras at the end.
He's like, now it's dude. He's like, now repeat after me. He's like, dude, do you take your dudette?
That'd be funny. You ever see the movie Surf Ninjas?
I loved Surf Ninjas growing up. Shouts to Rob Schneider.
Yeah, that was like young Rob Schneider.
He was like 17. I know.
That shit was crazy. But
shouts to the Sega Game Gear.
Oh man,
that was the console they played with that I thought could predict the future because in the movie that's what it did.
Yeah, that is what it did. I just remember them singing Bob Baran. So
yeah,
I was like, Surf Ninjas, bro.
That's an awesome movie.
I'm not tying that back to anything, but either way, we got married. Aubrey and Trav was there. It's a nice little ceremony. We wanted it to be intimate, at least for the ceremony part. And then we're having a little reception this weekend, which would be fun. But yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. Then me and Katie were planning on going somewhere. And then, we have been traveling a lot, as you guys should know from how sporadic we've been doing the pod.
Cheers.
But but we're just like, we're a little traveled out. So we kind of just chilled and, spend time together as husband and wife over the long weekend. And, it sucked because we were just chilling at the crib, and then our fucking power went out.
Damn. Symbolic.
So we ended up watching 2 movies over the weekend. So I got some movie reviews.
That's lit. I've been waiting to go to the movies, been trying to see Late Night. Still haven't seen it. Well, okay, then you could review it for me. And then I want to go see Midsummer, which comes out tomorrow night, I think.
I heard that was scary as shit.
I'm thinking about watching it like with one eye. But those are the movies. I haven't been in the theater in a while, man, and it's hurting my feelings because I have a free popcorn on deck. So I want to jump on that.
Squandering the free popcorn.
Yeah.
No. So I saw it literally Friday. I want to say Friday or Saturday. I probably went out. So we went early in the morning and we saw that movie Anna. I don't know if anybody knows. It's like
Annabelle.
Nah. We don't fuck with that doll shit. It was called Anna. It's about the chick who's like a Russian spy, and she, the preview has her fighting people in the restaurant. I don't know if
I don't. That
It's
doesn't. I thought it was
it,
Annabelle, so I'm not gonna know what this is.
it's basically another Atomic Blonde. It was what they do with them spy movies, which you kind of always see coming, is like, and I guess this is me spoiling, but I don't feel like mad people aren't gonna see this movie.
It's okay, bro. Just let it out.
But every spy movie, they try to do that thing where, like, oh, now they were just a regular agent, now they're a double agent.
AKA a snitch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
now they a triple agent. Now
Uh,
they a quadruple. Now you don't know what side they actually on.
now
Oh
they
wait,
retired.
snap, they dupe everybody.
Oh,
Like that's
shit.
every spy movie. That's literally what happens.
Damn.
And you
True.
can just see it coming. Like at one point they get caught, they get flipped, and then they have to work against the people they were working with initially. But then at the end of the day, they just wanted to get out of the life of killing people. That's like every spy movie. Tell me a spy movie that's not that. Maybe the James Bond ones are the only ones.
Spy Kids.
Damn, you got me.
You know what I'm saying?
There you
But
go.
it's cool.
Spy Kids
Yeah,
are iconic, by the way.
you're all right about the formula. That's like, yeah, I flipped it, but for a better cause. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, some avenging the death of a wife or some shit.
Yeah, and it's like, and then at the end, you find out they just did it as a way, and everything you think, oh, you thought it went down this way, but no, they got out somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
So sounds
I
like
get that one. Katie liked it more than I did. There were some good fight scenes. Like it had like some good moments, but I give it like a 2 out of 5.
does Katie go to all the movies that you go to?
Yeah, pretty much.
See, Joel was asking me about. I was like, because we argue about some movies sometimes. About like, I was like, I want to go see that. Like, I want to go see Lion King. She won't go see it with me.
Why?
Right, because she didn't like the first one or some shit. Or
What?
yeah, she doesn't like animated movies, or it's sad, or I don't know what it is.
What?
Yeah, she doesn't like that.
It needs to be known, I'm a big Joelle fan. She cool, but this is wild, bro. Who don't like the this is the
like
first
one or
person,
what?
this is the first person in our age range. Even this might be the first person I ever heard of not liking the Lion King.
Yeah, she don't like Lion King. She don't like Toy Story. I want to go see Toy
What?
Story. Yeah, she don't like animated stuff.
What?
Yeah.
What she watched when she was a kid?
See that this is some gangster shit. She was too busy taking care of a little sister that she kind
Nah, you got 2 and 3 and 4.
See, that shit don't work with you because you did the same thing. You're like, bro, I raised like 3 of my little brothers. Like, what are you talking about?
Me too. Like I
No,
had
you did. I'm saying you did.
Yeah, like I still
Yeah,
watch
you're right.
them cartoons.
I'm like, well, then baby girl on her own because I don't got an excuse. I love Lion King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I will say that there is definitely movies that I like. Katie wants no smoke with me, vice versa, and Katie will go. We both have no problem going to the movies by ourselves, so we'll go. But I would say we go to the movies together probably like 96% of the time.
Okay, well, so then there's ever then shouts to her because there's definitely a bunch of movies I'm like, yo, I want to see that, and she's like, or like she wants to see some, and I'm like, So, but
I mean, it got to be like I really don't want to see it, and I'm like I need to take because if I'm like at this point because we got the movie pass and it's just so cheap to see it in a movie, like I'm just not like I'd have to be like very against it to not see it. If she would really wanted to go see it, you know what I'm saying?
Like Green Book.
Yeah, like that's something. If she was like, I really want, and like I'm like I'm good, or like the last movie she went to, like I don't fuck with Tyler Perry at all, so she went and saw some Tyler Perry movie that had Taraji P. Henson. I think it was called like Atrimony or some shit. And I was like, Katie, I don't fuck with Katy Perry. I'm not with Tyler Perry. I'm not going to see it. That movie's gonna be terrible. And she was like, oh, I want to see it. So I'm gonna so she just went and she came back. She was like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. I was like, see, tried to tell you. But and she doesn't fuck with Star Wars anything, or like she really don't like alien stuff. But there's certain alien things she'll do, like she'll do Guardians of the Galaxy. She'll do like she said she would see Men in Black, but like she, she's not really her favorite. But she really don't fuck with Star Wars. So every Star Wars movie any of the new ones I've seen, like either by myself or with other friends or some shit.
Yeah, same thing. She don't really mess with shit like that. But I'm not really a Star Wars. I mean, I watch them, but I'm not like into them like that. But I watch them. I
I like
follow the
geek
stories.
about it. I just like this. I watch them.
Yeah, no, I'm not coming at you, dog.
Nah, bro, you calling me a fucking nerd? Nah.
Like you a Sith, bro. You out there with the red lightsabers and shit.
Right? Nah, I'm not. I'm not in that. First of all, the motherfuckers are dweebs and they be bullying people online. Fuck those people. Like,
Bro, they be getting mad about alternate universes.
shit is crazy. Like, what you doing sending death threats to people because a fucking fictional movie didn't come out the way you like, you weirdo?
Yeah. Go write your own movie.
The fuck? Yeah, go make your own movie. That won't be anywhere near successful as a Star Wars movie, and get the fuck out of all of our faces.
Facts. So also, just like I do with music, I do watch older movies that came out that I was on the fence and need to be on the internet for a while and cook with memes and stuff till I finally make a decision. I did watch The Upside with Bryan Cranston and Kevin
Shit.
Hart,
How was
and it was all right. I'm not like at this point where maybe I'm not suspending my belief or what's that called? Suspending your beliefs or whatever, or suspending your like your reality or
suspending beliefs,
whatever. And maybe I'm not giving like the leeway of like, bro, it's a movie, like just watch it type shit. Like I'm kind of sometimes like that would never happen, that wouldn't happen. This, and that in itself, what's up?
I feel like honestly that depends on the movie because there's some movies that you just go and you watch, and like there's certain aspects of the movie where you kind of just ignore because the movie kind of gets you so like involved in it that you don't really catch the holes until you like watch it a second time or you think about it like a little bit. Like that's how I think the movie Us was. Like you watch it and you watched it and you're so like into what's going on, and then after you're done with the movie, you start thinking about it and you're like, wait, what? How does that even make sense?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you can't eat rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just eating raw rabbit, but like, then there's the movies where every fucking plot hole you just notice and you just get angry.
Right. But anyway, so it was cool. I mean, long story short, it was about like, Kevin Hart, he needs money, or else, he's gonna lose custody of his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Bryan Cranston is paralyzed from the neck down. He misses his wife, who dies. They explain that in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. He is pretty much a really rich guy, but they're trying to kind of portray like, you could have all the money in the world, but, be, with an expensive cost, and also you could have your full, capability by, having your whole body, like Kevin Hart did, but having no money. So like, different perspectives and shit like that. And it was kind of cool to see Kevin Hart try to play more of a serious role, but his character is still that is not as serious you would think somebody would be,
like in that situation,
right? So
you think maybe he did that more so that so people aren't just like, all right, like Kevin Hart being serious this whole time, I don't buy it.
I guess that's true too, but either way, it's a lose-lose for him because I don't know. I think the movie could have been better. See that I hate like analyzing a movie like that because it's like, bro, they're better than me at it, right?
Yeah,
I get what
you're saying.
But
the thing about Kevin Hart though is he can't complain about being typecast because he been doing so many movies that he could have long been picking the movies that he wanted to do, and if he wanted, he could have been did a serious role,
and
like, he wanted to.
I don't understand this idea of like this notion that typecasting is necessarily bad. Like Michael Cera, you know what you're gonna get from him every movie he does,
I think you get typecast. Typecasting isn't bad in per se. I think it just disqualifies you from getting thrown into like the upper echelon of like respected actors. You know what I mean? But like in the grand scheme of the shit, like the whole point of acting is to get work and to make money. And if whatever you're doing keeps you from like you keep continuing to get work and make money, then like what does it really matter? Like people probably don't think of The Rock as a respected actor, but he's also like probably making the most money right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, does that even like people are probably respecting I'm trying to think of like Ethan Hawke or somebody more than The Rock, but like Ethan Hawke not bringing in hundreds, like Ethan Hawke can do a movie and it's not about to do hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but like,
so
and
there's different things, or ways to look at it. But I'm with you though. I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying he could have been did like a serious role. That's what you want because Melissa McCarthy been doing like she does her like, hey, I'm Melissa McCarthy. This is my shtick movies, but then she'll also do that like she did a movie last year where she was like a lady who like plagiarized the book or something like that, and it was like super serious, and she was up for like Oscars and shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? And she done serious movies before and showed that she can actually act. You know what I mean? So and a lot of people do that. Jim Carrey did that, which is I feel like Jim Carrey was even more surprising than anything. Matthew McConaughey used to be more of a like, hey, I'm just like the teenage dude. So
yeah, I mean that also comes with age and shit like that. But
yeah,
anyway, so yeah, I don't know, 3 out of 5 bucket hats.
no, that's not bad.
The upside, it's whatever. At the end of the day.
Like I said, I saw a late night, same day as I saw Anna. Which I was happy though, because the blackout made us have to go to the movies again, and I was kind of disappointed in Anna. And then I go see Late Night, and it was actually a really good movie. You got Mindy Kaling wrote the script and she produced it. Emma Thompson, I can't think of what else she was in, like what else she's been in, but she's a really good actress. It's basically to break down the movie is like Emma Thompson is like a older late night TV TV show host and comedian, and she's been on the air for like a bunch of years. Just think of her like how David Letterman was, because like, did you watch David Letterman like them last couple years before he dipped?
Yeah, he kind of didn't care.
Yeah, nobody. I feel like people definitely. There's a lot of people who love David Letterman, but like once like Jimmy Fallon hopped on the scene and Jimmy Kimmel and all the other late night people started popping up, like people were not banging with Letterman like that, and it was like her character was basically, for most part, it was basically just like Letterman, like in the later stages of it, but except she wasn't ready to give up on the show. And her whole writers room is like all white dudes, and so she forces her the I don't know, I guess HR guy to hire a woman because somebody told her that she hates women, and so she hires Mindy Kaling, and it goes through her being in that kind of environment and rubbing off of her and how they save the show, and it has like spins and shit and all that good shit. I'm not gonna get into because I don't want to spoil the movie. But I thought it was a really good movie. I definitely give it like 4 out of 5 bucket hats. Definitely should see it.
Word. Mindy Kaling, aka Kelly from The Office, which sadly we're getting the news that they're gonna be taking away the best show on Netflix into 2021. I don't know if it's gonna be like the beginning of it in January or the end of it in December, which would be better.
Can I rant for y'all?
What's that?
I know you love I love The Office, bro. I don't want anybody to confuse me when I say what I'm about to say. I love The Office. I love Parks and Rec. Like I could watch The Office and Parks and Rec over again, just like everybody else can, and still laugh at all the jokes. But like y'all acting like it's the end of the world that y'all might have to watch another goddamn show.
You don't get it. Listen,
like,
you're right.
So many shows and there's so many. We're in like the golden age of TV. Like I know people say that and it sounds cliche, but there's literally so many good fucking shows.
I have so many people I'm speaking for. I have so many people. Listen, the idea behind it, and people can bang with this and they'll get it. And you get it too because you like the show and you like other shows like that. There's some shows, bro, that provide this kind of internal warmth when the show comes on that can't be replaced with another show for
Oh,
many reasons.
man.
And it's not just The Office. Everybody has these like 5 or 10 shows that they cycle through for scenarios as such. And mine are like Family Guy, The Office, BoJack. They all provide this like weird little thing that I couldn't explain to somebody, and I would sound crazy trying to explain how I feel when the show comes on.
Mhm.
But there's some scenarios that I'm like, yo, it's a rainy day. I want to watch some BoJack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just situations like that. And most of the time, people want to throw Office on some background shit while they're doing the laundry, cooking, or they don't want to invest into a new show, man. Some people like comfort.
I get that, and I think, like you said earlier, people are creatures of habit. Y'all worked y'all way into this by making this shit a habit. Like I'm like, I'll go. I probably rewatched The Office like 3 or 4 times, and it's like, all right, cool. Like I get it. People bring up the episode, I can recite it back. You know what I'm saying? I can know exactly what you're talking about. I can reference it. But like it's like, bro, there's so many other good shows. You'll be fine. You get Hulu, bro. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a great show that's super underrated. I feel like if it was on Netflix, it'd be a way bigger show, but it's on Hulu and it just never been on Netflix, so it hasn't blown up like it probably should. But you can just go watch that. The Good Place, another great show that's a little underrated right now. Just go watch that. You can just get the same things in a new flavor, more relevant to the times. Because there's parts of The Office that I cringe at, and it's like, yeah, this wouldn't work now.
Oh, there's a lot of parts I'm like, yeah, that shit wouldn't fly.
Like this just wouldn't. I mean, and it's like also it just doesn't. It's not as relatable because like yeah, in 2008, your boss might say some shit like that. Now your boss probably knows better.
Right. Hopefully.
Fucking hopefully. So
Be surprised.
Yeah, I would be. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, it's still America. But yeah, no. So I'm definitely, and it's just like when people just gripe over, it's like, bro, it'll be okay. Just watch something else. They didn't say anything about Parks and Rec, although I'm sure they probably taking that off too.
I feel like every show eventually is going to go to wherever, like their own show is going to have like their own streaming provider. You know?
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna do, and I can't wait. You know why? Because I have a master plan. It's not my plan. It's just what I think is gonna happen.
No, tell me your plan.
But so all these motherfucking networks, they all looking, thinking that okay, so motherfuckers are cutting cable. You know, they just getting with Hulu, Netflix. Or more people are buying HBO mainly for Game of Thrones, whatever. Disney Plus. Disney's like, oh, we're gonna take all our movies and our TV shows and all our properties. We're gonna do Disney Plus. People obviously gonna buy that because it's Disney and they own literally everything. So it makes sense to people to pay $7 to stream that a month. And they're like, okay, cool. So fucking NBC's like, oh, we're gonna do it, and Warner Brothers like, oh, we're gonna do it. And what they gonna realize is that people are gonna want to pay for 7 or 8 different fucking streaming services. So what's gonna happen is all these companies gonna start losing money, and we're gonna have them start realizing that what they're gonna have to do is bundle that shit again. And so we're gonna get basically a version of cable, but instead of that version of cable now where we paying super high prices for shit we don't actually fucking want, we're actually gonna actually get the bundles, which is gonna be cable for shit that we actually want. We'll be able to pick more and choose more and pay less because that's just what's going to end up happening. That's what I think's going to happen.
Bro, I applaud your positivity. I don't think that's just going to happen like that.
Why don't you think it's going to? Because think about it, bro. Would you pay for more than 4 or 5 streaming?
No,
more than 2.
I don't pay for shit.
Exactly.
I use motherfuckers' passwords all day. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody else ain't going to be doing that shit.
But you're right. They will have like a conglomerate where it's just like, yo, you want that? Here's that. But you know they're gonna be doing like packages where like package A includes fucking Hulu, Netflix.
Like, oh, you want to do packages? I'll just go back to me just having 2. Like you don't get to choose anymore, bro. Like you tried to block off, it didn't work.
No, but what
cable ain't working either,
bro? What if good and the bad. What if they tell you like, nah, you like, fam, we own this shit. You can't go individual. What if they force you to get one of the basic packages that just has 4, or the fucking medium package that has 8, and those 8 are not the ones you want, bro. It's a bad shit. They're gonna make you pay the top dollar to get all the ones. They're gonna make it like the base package is gonna be like Google Play or some shit that nobody fucks with.
No, see, they would all have to be on board with that. But again, that's a gamble because it could be like, well, I still can just rock with Netflix, and I still can just rock with Netflix and Disney because Disney's gonna be the one that's successful.
Dude,
So
if you
like, you're gonna be like, all right, fine, I'll just stick with Disney and all their shit that they own because it's fucking Disney.
well,
And
just
you know what I mean?
Disney then. But
That's what I'm
Netflix,
saying. You'll be fine, and they can be like, fuck.
just
That's what
well, I mean, Disney, yeah. For us, if you sports and that's
Yeah,
pretty
and
much
they own
it.
that too.
That's all. Yeah, that's it. But they don't. The movie channels they don't own. You know what I'm saying? People like that shit. And Netflix, if we're stuck with just Netflix and Netflix originals, that's a fucking that's a nightmare, man.
Yeah, Netflix is. I do like a lot of Netflix originals. Like there's a good amount of them that I enjoy.
I meant movies.
Oh no, yeah, fuck the movies.
Imagine being stuck with that.
I'm talking about the TV show. They got good TV shows.
Oh yeah, of course.
Nah, yeah, that's the only thing though. Is the other thing too is like they can only pull like their because like it'd be dumb of them to pull like their new TV shows from Hulu because you can still you're just dumb. Like I can still watch it on regular TV. You know what I mean? I can still watch
cable.
Yeah, well, no, if you got the regular, you could get the regular channels with antenna. So it's like you might as well keep it on Hulu because that's helping your streaming and your revenue.
Yeah,
so,
but what can you watch?
They only get the only leverage they have is The Office. So like only leverage they have is the old shows that people still want to watch. And it's like, do I want to pay? Well, I want to pay for 7 different fucking streaming things just so I can watch old episodes. Like I feel like most people are gonna say no.
Yeah, but if you don't have cable and you just watch it on your antenna, don't you get just like the local, like 5, 7, 15?
Yeah, that's all the ones from that. And then you can
no one watches that.
There's the internet. So like if I really wanted to watch a show, I can definitely like just stream it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a one-off. And then I'm definitely unless they have to make it like because remember to me what they have to do is they have to end up figuring out how to Spotify this. Because right before Spotify and Apple Music and I guess to a lesser extent Tidal came out, motherfuckers in the music industry were panicking because everybody was stealing the music because it was way easier and people didn't want to spend the money. And the reason why and what they did, it was like, well, people like obviously stealing music is risky. You can go to jail. You might have the feds show up. You might think you downloading fucking Usher's new album and like it's fucking Taylor Swift chopped and screwed. You know what I mean? And so, it's a little risky. So we're like, oh, what if we just make them pay like 10, 15 bucks a month which is like the equivalent of buying 1 CD a month and you get all the songs you ever want. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people were on board with paying for music again. That's the only way they're going to be able to do this is to give us a super crazy discount that people are going to want to pay to be able to kind of get us back into, not being like, hey, we're good with just stealing on the internet and whatever pops up on Netflix is whatever it is or whatever's on Hulu because you get Hulu for free with Spotify.
Well, they're already cracking down on shit. NBA Reddit's gone, so now
that's sad because I've been like this close to pulling the trigger on NBA League Pass for the last 3 years, but I'm like, I got NBA Reddit streams,
Well, dude, like now I gotta figure out a way to watch Knicks. So if you get that League Pass, I might go throw down on it so I can get the fucking
maybe
the extra shit where you can like log in or whatever. Or yeah, you just pay for it and I'll fucking just use your login.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe I'll let you pay for it, dog. I don't know.
Yeah, no thanks, man. Like I'm definitely more on the sharing it, but so that's that's just what I think is gonna happen. Obviously, I'm not a CEO or nothing for a reason. But if I was in the pitch meeting, I'd be like, I know we want to start our own. Like if I was with Warner Brothers or somebody where I had close ties with somebody with Sony or any of these other like movie studios or TV studios, I'm like, I know y'all won't. Y'all think the way is to make our own service, but I honestly think that what we need to do is work on making sure like actually giving people choices and working with other companies and like bundling in a way that we might have to take a haircut at first, but eventually we'll be able to get people to pay, not like crazy amounts like cable was, but enough for us to still make money and like they stay on. You know what I'm saying?
They'd be like, "Why is the coffee guy talking?"
Right? Because like, yeah, that is probably what would happen.
Is the intern acting up again?
Yeah, that's what they would.
Did we ask you?
It just wild because like obviously cable bills are completely super bloated. Like they're making way more. They were charging you way more than they needed to make money. So there's a middle ground in there where they can charge reasonable prices that people are be willing to pay and not have to worry about jumping through 18,000 apps to watch whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shouts to the places that still make you get like a landline because it's part of the bundle, and you're
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
"Damn,
it's cheaper.
you're like, yo, who am I gonna call? You order a pizza, maybe? I don't know."
Like, yeah, I get that you don't need a landline, but without the landline, your cable internet is 150. But with the landline, it's 120. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't want that shit.
Yeah, it's like your product. It's like, bro, your product is so bad that if you include it, it makes the price go down.
I
Like
just
that.
wanted to get it on there. They're like, hey, we got to justify these jobs.
That's like saying, yo, you trying to buy my weed? Like, nah. I'm like, all right, well, I know you try to come buy my Nikes, right? If you don't buy my weed, the Nikes are 130. If you buy the weed, Nike's only 100, dog.
It's like, what kind of okay, man? Do you just need to get rid of this? That's what it is. Like, they just need to get the inventory out. That's just what it has to be.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
it's funny. It's funny because it reminds me of like, and this is like we're random, but it's like when you call 911 for like a medical emergency, and then they send the fire department, and you're like, why are y'all here? And it's like, well, we just send them first to kind of because they don't really have to do that much. just like, all right, that's a real thing, dude. I'm not making this up.
They show up, you're like, did I set the house on fire too?
Yeah, because fires are, thankfully people are getting a lot smarter. We don't have, we got surge protectors and like the circuit boxes has like seriously eliminated fires. Like there's not that many fires, so to where firemen don't, unless they're responding to a lot of emergencies or it's a big city and they're responding to those emergencies, like disasters like that, like they're really not doing that much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, they send them for, medical stuff first and foremost. That way they, it's not like wasting people just paying people to just chill at a house.
That's not on fire even.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a good allocation of resources. I'm not blaming it. I'm just saying it's just, it's just kind of funny when you think about it.
And it's a socialist service. Shouts to that.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk about that, huh?
Too, because in America, ambulances cost money.
Yeah.
Wow, shit.
Yeah, I mean, but imagine if ambulances, prioritized based on interest. Like, I don't know, man. You're not a high income household. I don't think we're gonna come out that day.
It'd be funny if you get shot. It's not funny, but you get shot and the blood's gushing, and they show up and like, all right, we need a credit card, and you're like, hey, what? Like, hey, your credit card was declined, dog. I'm sorry, we can't take you to the hospital.
Like, what's your credit score? You're like, I don't know. They're like, all right, we'll work it up and we'll let you know. It's like, no.
Like, here's some tips on how to build it up.
Yeah.
Get the credit score up. You might want to take out a credit card so you put something on there.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have money, we're gonna charge you money for not having money.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But yeah,
America. But instead they just take you because they probably really have to, and then they just charge you later. Like it was some shit that you knew about that was like a normal thing to charge somebody when they needed that help because they're in a life or death situation. But yeah, whatever. America.
Right. Shouts to Wu-Tang, alive on arrival. But yeah, man, I think we've arrived. Burn to our favorite time of the week, time of the day of the pod. Songs of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Earlier, you know, you let the world know, the Buckets know that you're married. You know what I'm saying? You're officially Mr. Doyle now.
Hey.
You've always been. But you know what I'm saying? Katie was your fiance, but she's your fiance no more. She's your wife. So we're going with old school, 3LW, no more.
Oh wow, I thought that took a turn. I definitely thought you were just gonna go with Let's Get Married or something, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, the Bruno Mars song that everybody throws on for married to people, you know.
Yeah, I guess, but now I got to keep you on your toes, man.
There you go. 3 Shouts to 3LW.
Yeah, Notori, whatever from Power is in it. I forgot she was in that group.
Oh, was she? Wasn't 3LW aka like 2/3 of the Cheetah Girls or some shit? 3/3.
Yeah, you're right.
They just put Raven on 3LW and they're like, all right, Cheetah Girls.
Yeah. I forgot Raven was it.
Yeah. She wasn't a
Wow.
Cheetah, she was a Cheetah Girl. So.
Yeah, Cheetah Girls.
Also, it's wild.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, like I said last show, my songs of the week is I'm gonna tell y'all what bops, what slaps and what bangs. This week my bopper is from Daniel Caesar. Frontal Lobe Music is the song. He had a whole album come out. Trying to remember what it was called. It was like Experiment 5, 7, something like super weird shit that I can't think of right now. But the album was good. If you fuck with Daniel Caesar, see, I keep saying seizure instead of Caesar. Oh, it's called Case Study 1. That's what it's called. But he had a little controversy not too long ago because he was saying something about black people being too mean to white people or some shit. So people were canceling him as they do on the internet, but nobody's ever really canceled. So, he came out. I think the album's pretty good. Definitely check that out. My song that slaps is gonna be Baguettes in the Face by DJ Mustard. You got Nav, who I hate Nav, but he has two songs that I really like, and it's Tap, and now it's this one, Baguettes in the Face, and it has Nav, it has Playboy Cardi, you got Boogie in the Hoodie, and somebody else that I feel like I'm missing out on. Probably like a Quavo or somebody on that shit.
A Boogie with the hoodie must be uncomfortable in the summertime. Rocking the hoodie everywhere.
I don't think people probably don't even clown him enough. Like when he's not in a hoodie, and it's just like hey, like yo, hey Boogie in the hoodie, and he comes on a t-shirt, and everybody's like, why the fuck isn't he in a hoodie?
Hey, actually, I got this a couple of times. Shouts us, the Bucket Hat Boys. Somebody was like, caught me, out without my bucket, and they're like, "Yo, you don't have a bucket hat, boy, or you don't have a bucket hat on right now." I said, "Well, the Backstreet Boys are not always on the back streets."
There you go. That's how you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
We only do it on Fridays, but then if
Yeah.
it's Friday without it on, then I don't know. You just gonna be like, hey, I don't gotta wear it all day,
bro. Hey, and hey, it's the brand. Like, like not, the Giants are not always giant. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they ever giant, to be honest.
You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. So yeah, that's my song that slap. And I don't have a song that bangs this week, but I do got a song with some bars. And it's Palm Olive by Freddie Gibbs featuring Pusha T. Pusha T got one of the most fire verses that I've heard in a while. It's on Freddie Gibbs' Bandana album that he did with Madlibs. I don't know if people fuck with Madlibs like that, but he makes a lot of soul beats, and he just apparently chopped it all up on his iPhone or on his iPad, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, the whole album is fire. If you fuck with Freddie Gibbs? I feel like you might like him a lot, actually.
I'm not really up to speed on his shit, but I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's kind of he got a kind of an old school ish style. Like his bars are he can spit. He's up there with spitters, I would say, especially if you into like people that can actually rap.
Yeah, like fucking Raekwon, man. Shouts to Wu-Tang. I did watch the documentary, and I didn't know, and I don't think the world did because they related on the doc. Wu-Tang stands for witty, oh shit, man. What was it? Witty, unique talent, and natural game.
Oh wow, did not know that.
Yeah, and then Wu-Tang, I guess, translates to Wu-Chi when they went to China, and there's a mountain Wu-Tang, and it means Wu, which is the universe, and then Tang, the Chi is formlessness. So it's like forever being one with the universe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The RZA said that. That sounds like some shit the RZA would.
Yeah, that's and Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, the one and only copy, they have an album that sold for $2 million.
Yeah, to that shitty ass Martin Shkreli ass dude.
Yeah. So but you find out about about that CD and how like actually nobody really wanted to make it, and it's actually not valued it's not that valued in amongst the actual Wu-Tang members, and
I
they don't.
figured.
Yeah, it was actually like a Ponzi scheme gone wrong.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, and I'm saying this on wax, which I probably should not say. I'm a huge Wu Tang fan. I don't want anybody to get that wrong, but they really only got like 1.5 good albums.
They only really have like 2 albums like together, and then
they have like some that they came and did like later on, and they're just not very good. Obviously there's like Built for Cuban Links are good. Ghostface made a couple good albums. Raekwon, Method Man made a good album with Redman, but his solo stuff is kind of, which is weird because Method Man's one of the better rappers ever, and his solo shit is just
36 Chambers was awesome. Wu-Tang Forever was awesome.
Their video game was better than any of their albums. You know what I mean?
The Bruce Lee shit.
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
But the documentary itself, dude, like you learn a lot about them and some of the shit that they did, like to get where they're at, and like it's really cool because like they're still about like their message to this day and shit. So the only one that's still not really around is ODB. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, his solo shit was good too, obviously.
Yeah, but
that man, honorary member, good.
Yeah, he's kind of like Wu-Tang adjacent, right?
Right, and his solo shit is fire. So
yeah, learned how to roll a blunt from him. So that's tough.
There you go. Yeah, I don't even know
his famous song. Let's learn how to roll a blunt.
Yeah, definitely. I need to check out that Wu-Tang doc. And yeah, if you fucking with, I would say give Freddie Gibbs a shot. Listen to Bandana. His album that he did with Currency last year was also very good. I would check that one out too. But yeah, those are my songs of the week.
Well, shit, man, we've finally arrived, bro. Again, to the end of the favorite segment. Again, I want to thank you for putting up with me week in, week out, bro. I don't know how you do it. Someone's got it though. Shouts to the buckets for the new buckets. If you just catching on the wave, catching on the back of the truck while we driving fast, bro. Ty, let them know where they can follow us, bro.
Yeah, make sure you hit us up on the social medias. More importantly, if you listen to this whole show, if you fuck with us before, especially if you listen to this whole thing through and you're at the end, I mean you really, really fuck with us. Make sure you tell other people about us. Shout us out on social media, on Facebook. We're the Bucket Hat or the Bucket Up Podcast. On Instagram, we're at the Bucket Hat Boys. On Twitter, we're at Bucket Up Podcast. Yeah, just shout us out. Tell people about us. Tell your auntie, grandmammy, cousins. If we say something that we bring up a topic, like, I've done this before where, I'll listen to a podcast and they talk about something interesting and then like bring it up to other people and see what they think. If you do that, just make sure you shout us out in that little conversation. Like, oh yeah, this podcast I listen to, Bucket Hat Boys, they're kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking about this. You know what I'm saying? It could be as simple as that.
Yeah, and keep it funky. We're the ones that critique fast food more than anybody. We be coming up with shit that other people don't. So we definitely need the respect. But yeah, shouts to the random people that hit me up and tell me they listen to the pod, which is really cool because it's like, it's just out of nowhere. They'll just hit me up and be like, yo, I listened to episode whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. Shouts to Lance Mijadas from Turned Up TV, Flow 107, Colorado. The boys will be out there in a couple weeks.
Word.
So look out for them videos and the interviews and the radio station drops to be happening. Shouts to the sponsor, Sunday Scaries, bro. I have some social events coming up, and I don't like big crowds and stuff, but I gotta get through them. So I'm gonna get my tinctures on, my gummies on, and be cooling. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But other than that, man, volume 90 of the Bucket Up Podcast for the Bucket Hat Boys, the Kid JB, DJ Buttersauce. We out.
Chill. All right, cool. We can do the rundown.
Cool. We got leftover content too.
Yeah. So what we do? We did working from home.
Yeah, pros and cons.
There's something we definitely like wasn't on here that we definitely went into, and I just. Oh yeah, we talked about streaming,
Yeah, the streaming.
working from home, Office, getting taken off of Netflix.
Yeah, man. BoJack, it's the best rainy day show. I'm telling you.
Well, the good thing is Netflix, or it's a Netflix show, so that's never going anywhere.
That's true. And the new season's coming in September.
That show is so sad, though, man. I can't. Sometimes I can't because it's just so sad.
Yeah, but it's sad through epiphany. It's not continuations. Like he has, I don't know. He has. It's like
How it is not like everybody's dying or something, but it's just like the way like when you think about like how they basically trying to portray how most people's lives go. It's like it's just sad.
well, yeah. I mean, some parts, but I think there's also that like removal that none of us are like child actors, you know. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's just looking into somebody who's like obviously depressed and shit.
the mom scene, I will admit that was like the hospital scene where he just like is like finally finds peace with his mom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was that episode, but I don't know. I like it. Some like they balance it out though, like Mr. Peanut Butter and shit like that, you know.
Yeah, no, there's obviously funny parts.
And like I love the wittiness with like all the animal puns and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good show. Power's coming back in August. Last Chance. I know you don't watch that, but Last Chance U is coming back July.
Yeah, I always just hear about it secondhand.
Secondhand You.
Ah, I'm trying to think of everything. I got the feature streaming. What else do we have on here?
Movie reviews.
Movie reviews. That's right.
2 movie reviews. Or 3 technically.
Late night Anna. What was that? I did. What do we do right before the songs of the week?
Streaming, I thought.
Was that right before? Right now, I got working from home. Office gone from Netflix. The future of streaming. I should probably put Ty Gets Married, I guess. Netflix future streaming. Review. That's fine. Review. Late night. And what was the movie with Kevin Hart?
No, The Upside.
Daniel Caesar's new album and more. All right. I think I got it. All right. So I forgot to do the first part, but I'll just say on today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, and then you'll say Ty gets married. I'll say working from home. And then you'll say The Office gone from Netflix. And then I'll say the future of streaming. And then you'll say we review Late Night and The Upside. And I'll just say right after that, new Daniel Caesar, Freddie Gibbs, and more. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast,
Ty gets married.
we discuss working from home,
Office is gone from Netflix.
the future of streaming,
We review Late Night, Anna, The Upside.
new Daniel Caesar, Freddie Gibbs, and more. All right, cool.
I should have said Netflix is gonna be gone. Whatever.
It's cool. We Gucci. Gucci gang. All right, I'll probably do this. I'll probably chop this up tomorrow, and then it'll be out. And then probably I might have to go and get a car on Sunday, so we might not be able to record.
All right, let me know.
Yeah. So I mean, which is cool because we're doing this one. So this might be a nice just do this and then have that roll into, and then we just do a pod after that weekend, and it'll be in Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
Or, all right, yeah, just let me know. I'm about to eat something right now.
All right, cool.
All right, later, fam.
See ya.